Hey everyone, my name is Andy and welcome to Namaste at Home Yoga. This practice is going to be number 3 in a sequence that we've been working on a little bit, building week to week here. So working through about just a handful of our standing postures. We're going to add a little bit on to some of the postures that we are already getting a little bit more comfortable with, and then incorporate a couple new ones in here just to keep us challenged and keep pushing those edges. So you can find a nice tall standing position, finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Spread those toes out nice and wide on your mat. Find a soft bend to the knees, allowing hips to stack over top of the knees of the ankles. Starting to grow tall out of the crown, proud with that chest, allowing the shoulders to pull back and down. Palms can come to face the front of your mat. And allowing the gaze to get soft for a moment, or maybe just closing the eyes as we tune in to any sensations in the body, as we tune into our balance, to our breath. And start to add depth there as we inhale. We're filling the belly, filling the chest. Exhale, let the chest fall, let the belly fall. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest. Exhale, letting that go. Hands can find their way through center, chin to chest. You softly open the eyes if they're closed. Let's move through a few full breaths, just really starting to open things up here. We'll sweep the arms overhead, inhale. As you exhale, palms can float through center. Interlace those fingers, press it all the way down. Next inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands are moving through heart center, interlace. Push that out all the way down. A couple more. Inhale, fill up. Exhale through center. One more, even deeper. And release those hands back to the sides. Walk the big toes to touch, heels just slightly apart. We'll inhale, arms overhead. Interlace the fingers, releasing index, reach tall, and then up and over towards the right side of the room, finding your swaying palm tree. Allowing that balance to settle in, equal between left and right feet. And breathing in to create space through the left side of the body. Maybe we can gaze up and past the left shoulder. And then inhaling back through center, exhale, second side, reach up and over to the left. Even though we're finding the side bend, we're creating length through our full body here, not allowing the bent side to really collapse in. We're still lifting up and out of the waist. Maybe finding that gentle shift of the gaze for one more breath here. And then we'll inhale back up through center. Exhale, release, hands down through center. You can heel toe feet back to hip distance. Inhale, arms up. As we exhale, we're gonna set those hips low, finding our powerful pose here. Settling into that lightning bolt shape. We're gonna bring energy to those fingertips. Spread the fingers out wide, thumbs draw back so biceps come in line with the ears. Finding a little bit of core engagement, letting the tailbone drop towards the earth. Sending the weight back into our heels. Challenging the depth and just starting to warm up the legs here. 2 more. Next exhale, we fold, let that go. Couple of breaths, just nice and easy here. Maybe we grab for opposite elbows, find that gentle sway side to side. And release that, just enjoying a little bit of space through the back body. Maybe we start to find inhales increasing length through that spine. Maybe hands find the legs. Finding a little bit of activation through the legs, pressing down through the toes. Slight external rotation at the hips. Ground reaching forward. And exhaling, bring that down. Inhale to come all the way up. Sweep the arms wide. Exhaling through center. And we'll catch hips. Go ahead and step your right foot back on the mat about a leg distance. Toes turn out 45 degrees. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale to lunge, warrior one. As deep of a lunge as feels okay for you today. Allowing the knee to stack over the ankle in the front. If arms don't feel good overhead, feel free to bring them through center. And then we'll extend this one into our twist. So right arm is reaching forward, left reaches back as gaze shifts to the side. Even though we're twisting here, each inhale draws a little bit more length to the spine. Exhaling to release shoulders away from the ears if they are starting to sneak up. Finding that pressure equal between both feet. Next inhale, we'll come back through center. Exhale, come on back to the top of your mat. Go ahead and switch sides. Left foot stepping back about a leg distance once more. Inhale, arms. Exhale, lunge, settle in. Allowing hips to stay square to the front of the mat. Adjusting your stance wider, narrower, however you need. Finding that strong, solid base of support from the feet all the way up through the legs, through the core. And then inviting that twist as our left arm reaches forward or right back. Gaze over towards the right wall. Enjoying that length in the spine, that activation through the core to help us in this twist. Next, inhale brings us back through center. Exhale, release, finding the top of the mat. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, we find that half lift, length to the spine. Exhale, hands plant, step back to a downward dog. Find that inverted V position, setting the hips high. Maybe taking a moment to pedal it out. Weight shift. And let's inhale, right leg high. Stepping between the hands. Setting up for warrior two. This time, left heel finds the mat, foot comes parallel with the short edge. Sweeping up so shoulders stack over top of our hips. And finding some depth to challenge us here. Feel that tailbone tuck under, pointing towards the earth. Arms are light here. And inviting a little bit more extension. We'll drop right elbow to thigh. Left arm is sweeping up and over for our extended side angle. You're especially deep in your warrior two lunge and range of motion allows. Maybe that right hand finds fingertips or full hand to the mat. Let's begin to open up that shoulder a bit again. Think about rolling the shoulder, left shoulder blade back, gazing up and past the arm for 3, 2, And one, we'll inhale, float back up. Exhale, settle back into your lunge if you've lost it at all. And just to counter this posture, a little bit of fold the other direction, dropping left hand down, right arm reaching up and back for peaceful warrior. Again, finding that length through the crown. That back hand is super gentle on the leg, not resting fully on it. Challenge that lunge, one more. Inhale up. Exhale, come on down, step back, downward dog. And we'll move through our second side, left leg, inhale high. Stepping between hands. Right heel comes to plant on the mat as we sweep those arms up. Shoulders stack. Allowing ourselves to grow tall up out of the waist. Finding that solid, structured, balanced, wide stance with the lower body. Notice how your toes, your feet are pressing into the mat to hold you steady. Finding the depth of the breath if it started to escape us. And we'll drop that left arm this time. It finds the leg. Right arm is going to sweep up past the head. Fingertips are reaching towards the ceiling. Option to come a little bit deeper if it is available. Fingertips or hand can reach. Open that shoulder, gaze starts to lift. You've got this. Come back to those strong breaths. Next inhale, we find our way back up. Exhale, lunge. Solid here, we'll drop that right hand down, left arm reaches up and back, creating space, creating length. Solid breaths here for 3, 2, and 1. We inhale up. Exhale, come on down. Step it forward, forward fold. Letting that go for the next couple of breaths. Head hangs heavy. Finding that space through the back of the legs. Nice. As we inhale, we'll bring ourselves back up to stand tall. Next one sweeps those arms overhead. Exhaling, hands through center and catching the hips. Working to strengthen a little bit in our hip flexors and in our balance, challenge that a bit. We'll shift weight over to the left foot. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, kick it out and away from us. Leg is engaged. Toe is reaching up. Flexed back towards you. Keep growing tall through your crown here. 3, 2, and 1. Start to bring that leg down. Don't let it touch the ground if that's available. We're going to send the arms back along either side of the body. Shoulder blades pull towards each other as we start to kick that leg back right into toppling tree. Allowing hips to stay square towards the front. Inner rotating that right thigh a little bit. Crown of the head reaching. Energy shooting out all the way through your heel. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's inhale, bring that back up. Nicely done. Release that back to your mat. Let's go through the second side, finding that same activation. Hands can catch hips as we inhale, left knee to chest. Exhaling, we kick it away. Growing tall. Standing so strong. No worries, wherever that leg is, if it's way up by your face, down by your mat, if it's lifted, we are working. We are strengthening. We're challenging ourselves. That's the important part here. As we exhale, start to drop that leg down. We'll send those arms back. Shoulder blades pull together. Shifting forward into our toppling tree. Crown of that head reaches. If it gets a little wobbly or you fall out of these, no stress. Come on back into them whenever you're ready. Breath so strong. Couple more. And inhaling, we draw back up. Release that back to your mat. Fantastic. Finding just one more for today. Shift back over to your left foot. Let's inhale, right arm up. I changed my mind. We're gonna let that right arm come on back down. Right heel's coming up towards the glutes, pardon me. We're gonna grab for the foot or the ankle. Feel free to grab overhand or underhand, just depending on whatever is most comfortable for you today. Staying here in our quad stretch. Using a strap if you need to extend your reach. Or maybe we start to kick into that hand, finding our dancer. So we're doing that. Left arm reaching up towards the sky. Actively kicking into your hand with each exhale. Inhales bring length. Exhales kick. Couple more. We'll take an inhale to rise back up. Exhaling, release that all down. Gotta get that second side, so shift over to your right foot. The left heel finds its way up towards you, grabbing outside or inside. Right arm and inhale to sky. Staying in that quad stretch. Or moving with the breath. Exhaling to kick. Watching with that back knee, that it doesn't open up towards the side. Keeping hips fairly square towards the front. Strong in that breath. Finding an inhale to draw yourself back up, back through center. Exhaling, we let that go. Let's find our big inhale overhead. Exhale, hands through center. Back to your mountain pose, palms facing forward. Find a big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. One more inhale, fill up. Exhale, let that go. Feels good. Allow yourself just to calm the breath over these next few moments. Feeling the feet as they're firm, grounded into the floor. Feeling the crown of the head reaching tall. And noticing where we've challenged the body today. Not worrying about expectations for what we might be able to do one day. Just appreciating where we're at in this moment. If you had a wobble, you had a fall, you know you're finding your edges. That's beautiful. And bring the hands through center. Chin to chest, softly opening the eyes if they are closed. Thank you for joining me for round 3 of our standing series. See you again next time. Namaste.